Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami. There's a book here. I have not read, I just saw the title today. There is so much to learn, the background of the characters. That's the book title I saw. So thus you have in Mahabharata Mahabharata is considered to be a gold mine for research in various topics. Values, ethics, etc. Excellent. There is a war. No movie without fight. What is a movie? So somebody wanted to get married, somebody got married, somebody. What's the big deal? This is not a movie. In India, nobody will see. Here at least you will see. It's called artistic movie. Some people have got to see. That's different. There, nobody will see. You must have some damal-dumil. Some fight must be there. Something has to be, some kind of there must be a hero. There must be a heroine, of course. One heroine. The hero wants to marry. It's always like this. Hero wants to marry. There is a villain who wants to marry. And he tries to put all obstacles to the hero. And the hero, after all, finally finishes him. And there is a third fellow who provides comedy. He also wants to marry. And there is a fellow there. And that fellow is a comic fellow. And thus you find all the three must be there. And there must be fight, there must be some karate, all this must be there. And one more thing in Indian movie, there must be a tree. There must be a tree, and around the tree, both of them should go singing, and then round and round the tree. This is called Indian movie. Well, in Mahabharata we have them all. We have them all. And this we have, and all this fight, etc. But this is a really fight to extermination. They fight themselves, that's what it tells. If you don't think properly, you will destroy yourself and you will destroy your entire clan. All the people will come to suffer. The tragedy of war is presented in Mahabharata, and so well that nobody will think of war at the end of it. Nobody. Because all gone. All Duryodhanas, all of them gone. And Pandavas' children all gone. Except one baby in Subhadra, and that is the one who was born Parikshit later. Except that, all gone, wiped out. There is nothing, nobody, no king, nothing. All have. Either Duryodhana's side they came to, assist Duryodhana, died. And they came to Pandavas, they died. Only Yadavas escaped, because they cannot be destroyed by a non-Yadava. But afterwards they went back and fought themselves. Yadava always fights an Yadava, and then two Yadavas destroyed themselves and finished. That's over. Yadavas kill Yadavas. It's also over. As I told yesterday, there is a Sharad Yadav, there is a Lalu Yadav. And so Yadavas fight Yadavas. Really they fight themselves and they are gone. It is one greatest tragedy never conceived such a vast canvas by any author at any time. It's huge. And then I try to present this. There are stories within stories within stories. There are stories, so many inside. Inside Mahabharata stories themselves is another Mahabharata. There is Ramayana in Mahabharata. Dharmaputra asks when he is in the forest, and Draupadi was kidnapped by Jayadratha. Again, that was before what? And then she was to be brought back by Bhima Arjuna. And then at that time, there was Markandeya. He asked this question. So Markandeya has been around for a long time, So he is one of the Chiranjeevis. So Markandeya was asked, have you ever seen such an unfortunate, unlucky person like me? Yes, I have seen. Is there? This is how you share. That's called share the grief. The grief goes away. Once you know there is somebody else. That's why when two doctors come together and they say, this man says, I lost a lot of money. I also lost. Really? So that really makes you feel good. That's why these camps help, Shared grief. And he tells him, really, this was accepted by us before. All this group psychology that you have, all these self-help groups are all based upon the same thing. Share the grief. And it is less. Not gone totally, it is less. Then you move into another dimension. Otherwise you will be asking the same question, why me, why me, why me? Then now you have to ask, why us? Shared already. Why us means shared already. And then Markandeya tells Ramayana, Rama was about to be enthroned, he was sent to the forest. Just recently married, with his wife he went to the forest. And his wife was kidnapped. Sita was kidnapped. And there was a war. And she had to be brought back. He told. Therefore in Mahabharata there is a Ramayana. We have the tapes here. I had covered this, the entire Mahabharata. It was a job. Mahabharata, I don't know what to say. I don't know what not to say. And so it was a big job. So I had to skip pages and pages and pages. But every page looks nice. What can you do? So that was for me, that was a big task. To tell the Mahabharata story within a few sessions. Some 90 tapes, or I don't know how many tapes are there. There I've told the entire Ramayana. I told Nala Damayanti's story. And then narration I did. And I spent more time with Bhima. I like Bhima. And so in this, there is a fight between the Kauravas and Kauravas. Both are Kauravas. We say Kauravas and Pandavas. We think Kauravas are different, Pandavas are different. No, Pandavas also Kauravas. They are all from the Kuru clan. But you restrict the Pandavas as Kauravas with an adjective, Pandavas. Kauravaha te Pandavascha. Therefore they are Kaurava Pandavaha. They are Kauravas, they are Pandavas. Only Pandu's sons. And then Dhartarashtraha, Dhritarashtra's sons. Both are Kauravas. So between the Dhartarashtras and the Pandavas, Pandu's sons and Dhritarashtra's sons. Dhritarashtra was a blind king and he was born blind. And this born blind king, he is the eldest. Pandu came later and he's supposed to advise, he's supposed to be the king. But a blind man cannot be the king. Therefore Pandu was the king. When Pandu was the king, Pandu's sons are there. So there Dharmaputra, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, these are his 5 special sons. And so born to his wives. And this, these are all born out of the Devata's blessings. So these Pandu sons are like that. And then this Dhritarashtra had 100 children. Duryodhana, Duchasana, like this, all these fellows, starting with Dur, so 100 of them are there. 100 of them are there. And he was blind. Look at this. He was blind. Dharmaputra was elder to Duryodhana. Older to Duryodhana. Even 1 minute you are older, you have got the right to rule. And Duryodhana, in fact, Dhritarashtra asked whether the child to Kunti is born earlier than Gandhari's son. Duryodhana said yes. Then itself Dhritarashtra had a problem. Blind man, blind inside, blind outside. And there was another problem for the Duryodanas to be Duryodanas, and that is his wife, this Gandhari. She is from the Gandhar Desha, Kandahar, Afghanistan, and understand. And therefore, this Afghan lady, she comes there, and then he was his wife. And you know what did she do? Then went to her husband. You don't see? Yes. I also don't want to see. Why? Because I don't want to enjoy what you don't enjoy. Therefore, I am going to blindfold myself. He said, okay. Instead of saying, hey, you be my eyes, take care of the children, let the children have a chance to look at you at least. You are looking at them, they should look at you. Looking at them, you should look into the eyes of the children, and so that they will all grow well with self-esteem, self-worth. And now if you also blindfold yourself, you will be creating bunch of Duryodhanas. That is what he should have told. He said, okay. Therefore, we always praise Gandhari. She was such a great woman and she had lived like this Pativrata. I consider this is the silliest thing that was done, and that has brought about a crop of fellows who cannot but destroy. You understand how important it is for parents to care for their children. It's important. Otherwise they turn out like that. And so Duryodhana didn't have father, didn't have mother to look at. And because one is by nature denied, one was denied, the other one by one's own will denied herself. So this sight, the sight, that means cannot see children. A child always wants to be looked at. And therefore the mother has to look into the eyes of the child and say, you are wonderful. Then the fellow will feel good. then he will do good things later. Otherwise, the fellow is angry and he will destroy, as Duryodhana did, Duryodhana did, every one of them. And thus you have well said. The whole background is very clear. So children of two blind people and children of Pandus, both of them have now, see, Dharmaputra was ruling. He was tricked into the forest by a game of dice, all false. And then anyway, they had to live 12 years in the forest, 1 year incognito. If during that year of life of incognito, if they were uncovered, again they have to go for 12 more years and 1 more year in the forest. So this was Duryodhana's plan, to keep them forever there. And so he always thought, within that year we can find out where they are, with all the intelligence. So he could easily do that, is what he thought. But he could not do it. 12 years are over, and then 1 year also was over. After 13 years they have come back, claiming the kingdom. The kingdom was not given. Now what shall we do? Krishna was called. Krishna was naturally where dharma was, Krishna was. He knew the Pandavas have the dharma. So he went to, he was with them. He asked, they asked, and also he was related to, so this Kunti, mother. Not only that, that was not the main thing. So this main thing was dharma. Dharma was there with Pandavas. Krishna was there with them. He asked, these people asked Krishna, can you go and negotiate and be a negotiator? Get for us half the kingdom, that's enough. If half the kingdom is denied, we want to avoid war, this fratricidal war. So you get one state with 5 districts. That's a small state. 5 districts. Because there are five brothers. If that is denied, a district with 5 counties. If that is denied, one county with 5 villages or something, 5 blocks. If that is denied with 5 villages, or a village with 5 houses, or a house with 5 rooms, even that is denied. Then only war. Avoid war. They thought that they will get at least 1 house. Symbolic. It is not a substitute in a kingdom, but just symbolic for dharma. They are the protectors of dharma. They are rulers. And Duryodhana is an usurper. An usurper is an atatai. The punishment is capital. You cannot encroach others' land. And here there is an encroachment of kingdoms, called usurping a kingdom. Is an usurper. Now, they have to wield the scepter of justice, even though they are not ruling the kingdom. So they are rulers in exile. So they have to bring justice. Therefore they said, at least get a house, we'll go back to the forest. You may even surrender the house and go back to the forest. Krishna goes. Krishna was not an ordinary negotiator. Language, smiles, power of changing others' mind. Wow, wonderful. He can break, he can hypnotize, everything he can do. But not Duryodhana. Duryodhana said no. In fact, he tried to tie him to a pillar, and Duryodhana showed, Krishna showed He is Vishwarupa. Duryodhana saw cosmic form of of Krishna, and he showed him his Vishwarupa. And Duryodhana afterwards said, and he got out. But then Duryodhana said, Krishna, don't do all those magic tricks on me. He didn't recognize him as anything big. He said, he's a magician. That's what he said, you are a magician. He said, not 1 inch, square inch, I will give you. Land I'll give to the Pandavas. They are Kshatriyas, they are fighters, they can fight and take the kingdom back as Kshatriyas do. Or otherwise, let them go back to the forests from which they came. War is declared. Duryodhana is in power. Media are with him. Intelligence is with him. Power is with him. Everything is with him, and therefore he could muster so tremendous support from all neighbors, neighbor kings and kings, small fellows, all of them come with the supply departments. They all come with their army, and thus he had so many Akshahunis, so many divisions Duryodhana had. Pandavas, so committed to dharma, naturally. Even the Yadavas of Lord Krishna, the Narayanas, they could not come because the Krishna had given word to Duryodhana. So we will talk about that later. So they have gone there already. So he had some people, and those people, and the Drupadas, etc. So those people, Drishtadyumna and others, they had come. Then they had a smaller army, but were fighting fit army. All of them are great Maharathas, great warriors. So we had these Pandavas, 5 of them, plus a few as an army. This is the situation. Still, they are gathering strength. Shalya was the uncle of Arjuna and Dharmaputra. He was sent word. He was coming home. Coming to join Pandavas. On the way, they came to know Shalya is coming. Then Duryodhana stopped on the way, stopped him, given him a place to rest, a nice place to rest, very well treated, so well. Then he asked, who did all this? Such a welcome thing, who did? Duryodhana. Then Duryodhana goes there. What can I do, Duryodhana? So you have done so much, what can I do? This is another weakness. Indian weakness, They're all Indian weakness. Then what can I do? And even though it's very beautiful nobility, but still, sometimes it's too much. Therefore he says, so what shall I do? He says, I want you to fight for me. He said, I'm going to fight for them. I'm given word. Same time I want to oblige you. But I can't fight. I can only tell you one thing, I won't fight. Shalya was a great fighter, and also he was the great Sarathi, charioteer. Arjuna had Krishna as a charioteer. Karna, that story I will tell you, Karna wanted to have a charioteer. He said, I need a charioteer. Who is the other charioteer? There is only one person who can equal Krishna. That is Shalya. Get Shalya's help. And then news came, Shalya is coming. Then stop him. Give him everything. Give him a lot of good food and good bed, and let him, so everything, warm water and everything, so take care of him nicely, give him dance, music, whatever. And then afterwards Duryodhana goes and asks. He says, I won't fight for Pandavas, nor I would fight for you. But you can do one thing for us. You can just be a charioteer of of Karna. Then Shalya comes and tells Pandavas, I am going to drive the chariot of Karna. Then they make a small little request. All right, you are not fighting with us. You are going to do Saratyam for this Karna. At least keep his thing down, his enthusiasm down. Dampen him as much as possible. It's famous, this is called Shalya Saratyam. It's famous for dampening others' enthusiasm. So, sometimes you have a friend always. Let us do something. No, why? Some people, by nature, they don't have enthusiasm to do anything. No. Always opposite thinking. Something wrong in the brain cells, I suppose. Some gadabud hota hai. And thus they always say, all cancelling, self-cancelling thoughts. Some problem, deep problem. That's what Shalya did. Mahabharata has it all. So they knew that it is important to keep that fellow's enthusiasm level and his energy level very low. And he used to tell him, when he says, I'm going to finish, what are you going to finish? What do you have? But later Shalya really realized that Karna was not an ordinary fighter. He really praised him afterwards. Karna was the best. Because he was another Pandava. That is the truth. Abandoned Pandava. Always angry. And so, this is how this army, and Krishna, by request on the part of Arjuna, that I will finish that. So Duryodhana and Arjuna went to Krishna, and then Duryodhana went first, but Krishna saw Arjuna first, and therefore he gave a choice to Arjuna. Arjuna, what for you have come? I want your help. Duryodhana said, I want your help. All right. Duryodhana wanted the army. Arjuna was given this choice. Arjuna also wanted the army. But then Arjuna was given a choice. Arjuna, I am giving you the choice. Duryodhana has come to me. He would not go back empty-handed. I am going to give him either of these two. Either you take me, non-fighting Krishna, you take me, or you take my army. Duryodhana has already decided he doesn't want Krishna. So, because of his value structure, he wants army. And Arjuna chose Krishna. You come to me. That's enough. I can find it out. But I want you with me. And then with Krishna. So he came back, and then he told him, can you at least drive my chariot? He said, sure. That's how Krishna and Arjuna in the two-seater. Understand? So one is, Arjuna is in the back seat, Krishna is in the driver's seat, and both of them are there in this Kurukshetra, the battlefield between the two arrayed forces. The story begins. Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami.